And here's what I see. Rusty crankshaft. Down bottom. Super clean rods. Took the oil pump off already. It was dry inside it. So I don't understand that one. Oil level, I set the dipstick up and put it on the block, bolted it up to it. Oil level was right here, and the pump top side was right here. So the pump was completely submerged. So I don't know, didn't pick up oil, so we know we need to address that. So it's going to get a new oil pump. We're going to fix the cam gear set up in the front end, changing it to 04 to match what we have as far as computer programming, and update it to a more stable cam sensor, because the 04 on these is better than all the others. They revised it 3 times, so this is the second revise. So it's the operating system you have to run it. You have to run an 8.1 operating system for the cam sensor reluctor to trigger properly. So this is the middle year. This is the 2-year child. So this one ain't gonna work with the programming that we have on the ECU. And I couldn't find an 03 file to match it to segment swap it over and spend the 2-3 hours matching files up and getting all that done, copied over, and build a whole new file for it. I didn't want to do that. Find a whole nother ECU to run an 03 onto. Didn't want to do that. So already done, and everything was set up for an 04. So this motor needed to be an 04 or newer. It wasn't, so cam gear is getting changed. We're going to change the oil pump too, and the rear main seal. Put it back together. I'm going to lube the pump with not a grease, but an assembly lube. Lube the pump up, bolt the pump up, bolt all the seals back on it, new cam gear, timing chain, all the good stuff. I'm going to charge it with the canister. I'm going to spin the oil filter off. Make sure I'm getting oil out of there with the canister pushing. Right? I'm going to spin the oil filter back on. I'm going to leave it on the whole time, just break the seal. Then I'm going to put 50 pounds on top of that. 50 pounds on there, feeds the motor galley. 20 pounds. I'll crank it and start it. Then I'll spin the oil filter off while it's running there for a second. See if it gushes out oil. Should gush out oil like a crazy son bitch. Oops, sorry, I shouldn't swear. But it should gush out pretty good. And we'll get oil pressure. That's what we're going to do next. But oil pump's a good idea. Have to do the chain anyways, so this is just normal stuff, man. On a used motor when you buy it, that should be done. So, but unknown, because we didn't see it removed. We don't know how long it sat. You know the story. But that's it. That's what I'm going to do for this one. And we'll go at it again. Parts are supposed to be in Saturday, all of them. And that is when I'm going to do it. But like I said, didn't find anything wrong with the pump. Just the moisture on the crank. So scoping the pistons wouldn't be a bad idea, because there shouldn't have been any rust in the bottom of it. You can see the pitting even on here where the rust was. Focus. Still is, I guess. But yeah, there was definitely some moisture in here. Not a crazy amount, but that's a pretty good amount to rust the crank out like that. Just on the end of it. It's like it took a dip through the water. I don't know. Just my thoughts, Matt.